Join me as I dive into the world of Spider-Man and take on the challenge of uncovering who his darkest enemy really is before they strike. Spider-Man's rogues gallery is filled with iconic villains, but there's one that stands out as his darkest enemy, a nemesis who poses a threat unlike any other. This enemy has the potential to wreak havoc on Spider-Man's life and the lives of those he cares about, making them a game-changer in the Spider-Man universe. Spider-Man faces a multitude of challenges when it comes to this enemy, and it's not just about the physical threats they pose. This villain is a master of psychological warfare, always pushing Spider-Man's buttons and testing his resolve. They're relentless in their pursuit of destruction, leaving Spider-Man and those around him constantly on edge. The web-slinger's strongest suit is his ability to think on his feet, but even that might not be enough to counter the cunning and strategy of this enemy. Furthermore, this villain's presence puts a target on the backs of Spider-Man's loved ones, making them vulnerable to harm and exploitation. The stakes are incredibly high, and Spider-Man knows that one misstep could lead to disaster. This enemy has no qualms about using underhanded tactics to get what they want, and Spider-Man must be prepared to face his darkest fears head-on. The weight of responsibility is crushing, and Spider-Man's sense of duty is put to the test as he struggles to contain the chaos unleashed by this enemy. As Spider-Man digs deeper to uncover the truth about this enemy, he's forced to confront the darkest aspects of his own psyche. This villain has a way of exposing Spider-Man's deepest fears and insecurities, making it difficult for him to differentiate between reality and paranoia. The line between hero and villain is constantly blurred, and Spider-Man begins to question whether he's truly doing enough to protect the people he cares about. Delving into the backstory of this enemy reveals a complex and tragic figure, driven by motivations that are both relatable and terrifying. Their connection to Spider-Man's character runs deep, and it's this twisted bond that makes their rivalry so compelling. This enemy's history is marked by pain, loss, and betrayal, and it's these experiences that have shaped them into the monster they are today. As we explore the motivations behind this enemy's actions, it becomes clear that they're not just driven by a desire for power or revenge, but by a twisted sense of justice. They believe that Spider-Man is the root of all evil, and that the only way to bring about true change is to destroy him and everything he stands for. This warped ideology makes them a formidable foe, one who will stop at nothing to achieve their twisted goals. This enemy's presence in Spider-Man's life has a profound impact on his relationships and his sense of identity. They force Spider-Man to confront the consequences of his actions, and to question whether being a hero is truly worth the cost. As Spider-Man grapples with these existential questions, he's faced with a choice: to continue down the path of heroism, or to succumb to the darkness that this enemy represents. A pivotal moment is fast approaching in the storyline, one that will showcase the true extent of this enemy's power and influence. The stakes are higher than ever, and Spider-Man's fate hangs in the balance. This enemy's plan is set in motion, and it's up to Spider-Man to stop them before it's too late. The tension is palpable, and the outcome is far from certain. In conclusion, Spider-Man's darkest enemy is a force to be reckoned with, a nemesis who pushes the web-slinger to his limits and beyond. With their complex motivations and twisted backstory, they represent a threat unlike any other, one that will have far-reaching consequences for Spider-Man's future. The stakes are high, and the anticipation is building. What will happen next? What do you think about Spider-Man's darkest enemy? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want to explore more of Spider-Man's adventures, be sure to check out our other video on his most